I'm here today at the Greater Cincinnati Radio Control Club with Tom Burton and some other members, and we're going to see some radio-controlled airplanes and a helicopter. I'm here with Mike Trueblood. Mike, can you tell me what you're going to be flying?
This is a Synergy N5. It's a nitro-powered radio-control helicopter. About 600 millimeter blades. Very powerful, very aerobatic.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's get that. Want to go ahead and get it started up for us? You want to get out here or do you want to head back? Yeah. Yes. Hi, I'm here with Ron Kane of the GCRCC, and he's going to do a little flying for us. Ron, what are you going to fly for us today?
I have a 1/10 scale C-47 done up in the World War II invasion stripes. It's got a 12-foot wingspan, weighs about 50 pounds, running two 38cc gasoline engines.
Fantastic. Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and take her up. Hey, Ron?
We're ready.
Awesome. That's badass.
I know the cameraman's not supposed to talk, but that looks ridiculous.
Yeah, that thing looks sweet. Oh, my word. Let it rip.
Let's follow him.
Yep. Step off the side, maybe. Monster. Take off time.
The Greater Cincinnati Radio Control Club actually started life back in the 50s when it was located down in Winton Woods by the site of the dam, sometimes called the Dam Side Flyers, but they were a club that was the Winton Wood Flyers. And out of that emerged another club that moved over to Mill Road, opposite St. Francis Seminary, where today you'll find the Coping Society and their big field there. We then moved across the street in about the mid-60s behind St. Francis Seminary and established a runway and a clubhouse and all sorts of amenities that we had for the club there. The circus itself is, some would say, the raison d'etre for the club, the reason for the club's being. But that's not really true. We have many contests here at the club. We have a national racing contest here. We're starting to see more and more drone contests here. And we have our own impresario type of things where we feature warbirds, where we feature cubs, gliders, and all sorts of things like that. So that circus then, the whole idea of the circus began about in 1960 when a man named John Maloney, who owned World Engines here in town over in Blue Ash, he started to invite a lot of his suppliers. He was a wholesaler, and he invited a lot of his suppliers to come into town for a picnic. And initially they held it at our field on the opposite side of the road of Mill Road. And so we would attend the picnic and we would help doing different things. And it was at that time quite an honor to be invited to John's picnic. So we met some of the earlier special people in model aviation like Frank Garcher and Carl Goldberg and people like that who supplied things to the circus. Well, the circus was not really a circus at that point, it was a picnic. But later, along about 1966 or in that region, we found that we were putting on more of the entertainment and John was doing less and less. And so we took over and it began to be what we called the RC Flying Circus. And we held it there for a while and then we moved it across the street when the club moved across the street. The circus is now in its 56th year, and we put on the circus essentially free for the people of Cincinnati. We do charge for parking, but we would like people to come in and eat a few hot dogs, chomp down on a hamburger, try some of our special goodies that the ladies of the club produce, and we also have souvenirs. And there is also a couple of what we call our midway, where we have vendors from the Cincinnati area who will help you get started in this hobby. But the big beneficiary from all of this circus business is the Spina Bifida Coalition of Cincinnati. And we give them money every year. In fact, we are now the #2 donator to the Spina Bifida Coalition of Cincinnati. Not bad for a small model airplane club. Although it's not that small, it's over 150 members. And we draw people from all over Cincinnati. Now, the circus itself is run like a real 3-ring circus, although we only have 1 ring, and that's the runway out front. It's held at the Butler County Regional Airport, and this year it'll be on August 13th and 14th, starting at about 11:30 and going all the way to 4 o'clock. We start out with what we call a parade fly, where we show you samples of the different things that we're going to be flying. After that, we start moving into some of our events: balloon bus, old-time airplanes, scale airplanes, giant scale, real turbine jets. And then we have our electric EDF, electric ducted fan jets. We have racing, we have flying lawnmowers, flying things, I'll call them, like a surfboard and a stop sign and a bat, things of that nature. Some of the better things that we do is recreating some of the special events of World War II. Military aviation. We have a Doolittle raid in which we recreate Jimmy Doolittle's famous raid on Tokyo. We also have the end of World War II in which we drop a simulated atomic bomb on a village. There's all sorts of blasts and booms and things that go along with it. Toward the end of the show, we then move into what we call our Veteran Salute. And we invite all of the veterans in the office, or in the audience, I should say, to come up and take a look at us close and personal. And then we put on a veterans flight for them in which we have airplanes from different eras with some patriotic music playing in the background. And finally, the veterans get a front row seat to what is the culmination of the show every year, a rocket-powered, 6-foot-long space shuttle that is launched from a ramp. And that ramp is hoisted vertically and the shuttle shoots off just like the full-scale shuttle used to shoot off from Kennedy Space Center. All in all, we call it hot fun in the summertime.
All right, so my name's Joe Westridge. I'm a member of the GCRCC club, and we kind of got into this new hobby, which is FPV Racing. FPV stands for first person view. These are essentially quad racers, or sometimes called drones. We just started that this year, and it's kind of been a quick progression. It's a lot to learn, a lot of technology. We got video transmitters, we fly with goggles. or some sort of headset. It's completely different than flying just radio controlled. So we have a ball with it. We're just racing through gates, see who can get the best time or the best bragging rights, and it's a good time. I don't know what else we